Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, wanted to seek the blessings of Radha Madhav, Radha Shyamsundar, Krishna Balaram, Bal Gopal, Singhadev, Jagannath, Baladev Subhadra, Shishigoni, Taitul Simani, Haridas Thakur, Guru Parampara, Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled devotees. So today is the appearance of Lord Nrsingadev. So yesterday we did talk about Lord Nrsingadev, and so today I was hoping that we'd continue with the Srimad Bhagavatam, 12th Canto, 4th chapter, entitled The Four Categories of Universal Annihilation. This chapter discusses the four kinds of annihilation: constant, occasional, material, and final. And the chanting of the holy name of Lord Hari, which is the only means of stopping the cycle of material life. Sukadeva Goswami said to Parikshit that he had already described the measurements of time, beginning from the smallest fraction measured by the movement of a single atom up to the total lifespan of Lord Brahma. So we've done this in the past few times. How Lord Brahma's life is like 311 trillion 40 billion years, and the life of atom is mere seconds. So the difference is astounding. And now he wanted to describe the time of Brahma's day and the process of annihilation. 1,000 cycles of 4 ages constitute one day of Brahma. And this is also consistent with what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. He says exactly the same thing. Each day of Brahma is called a kalpa. So 112 hours of Brahma is a kalpa. Contains within it the lifetimes of 14 manus. The duration of Brahma's night is the same, 12 hours, which is a long time. During the night, Brahma sleeps. The 3 planetary systems are destroyed. So when he sleeps at night, the 3 planetary systems, i.e., heaven, earth, and hell, are destroyed. All the others are intact. Naimitika, or occasional annihilation, during which Lord Narayan lies down upon the bed of Anantashesh and absorbs the entire universe within himself while Brahma sleeps. See, when Brahma's lifespan of 100 years is over, there occurs total annihilation. Everything is destroyed. Everything is finished. Everything goes back into Mahavishnu. At the end of Brahma's life, the 7 elements of material nature, beginning with the Mahat and universal egg comprising the elemental amalgamation of creation, are destroyed. As annihilation approaches, the following events take place. There will be no rain upon the earth for 100 years. Drought will lead to famine, and the starving populace will consume one another. The inhabitants of the earth, bewildered by the force of time, will be destroyed. The sun in its annihilating form will drink up its rays, all the water of the oceans. But the devastating sun will not give any rain in return. Next, the great fire of annihilation will flare up from the mouth of Lord Shankarsan. Carried by the mighty force of the wind, this fire will burn throughout the universe, scorching the lifeless cosmic shell. The universal sphere will grow like a burning bowl of cow dung. A great and terrible wind of destruction will begin to blow for more than 100 years, and the sky covered with dust will turn grey. After that, groups of multicolored clouds will gather, roaring terribly with thunder, and will pour down rain, floods of rain for 100 years. At that time, the shell of the universe will fill up with water, forming a single ocean. The water will rob the earth of its unique quality of fragrance, and thus the element earth, deprived of its distinguishing quality, will be dissolved. The element fire seizes the taste from the element water, which merges into fire. Air seizes the form inherent in fire, and Then fire deprived of form merges into air. So the Sukadeva Goswami is explaining how the annihilation takes place. All the different elements dive into each other, finishing each other. The element ether seizes the quality of air, touch, and thus air enters into ether. Then false ego in ignorance seizes sound, the quality of ether, after which ether merges into false ego. False ego in the mode of passion takes hold of the senses. False ego in the mode of goodness absorbs the demigods. Then the total Mahatattva seizes false ego along with its various functions. And that Mahat Tattva is seized by the three modes of nature: goodness, passion, ignorance. These modes are seized by the original unmanifest form of nature, impelled by time. Unmanifest nature is not subject to the 6 kinds of transformation caused by time. What is this unmanifest nature? They call it the pradhan. It's basically not got any form. It's unmanifest. And it's not subject to these transformation caused by time. The unmanifested nature, called the pradhan, has no beginning, no end. It is the unmanifest, eternal, infallible cause of creation. In the unmanifested, the situation is like that of complete sleep or of voidness. Pradhan is the original substance and is actually is the actual basis of material creation. This is the annihilation called Prakritiyaka, during which the energies belonging to the Supreme Person and his unmanifested material nature, dissembled by the force of time, are deprived of their potencies and merge together totally. Just as clouds in the sky come into being and are then dispersed by the amalgamation and dissolution of their constituent elements, this material universe is created and destroyed within the absolute truth by the amalgamation and dissolution of its elemental constitutional parts. So this happens again and again and again and again. Although perceived, the transformation of even a single atom of material nature has no ultimate definition without reference to the Supreme Soul. Everything is dependent on God. To be accepted as factually existing, something must possess the same quality as pure spirit. Yeah, spirit is important. The soul, the jiva, the atma is very important. It's the basis of everything within this world. And Paramatma is the basis of that Atma as well. Eternal, unchanging existence. When a person achieves knowledge of the Absolute, he understands factual reality. He perceives the entire created universe as separate from the Absolute, therefore unreal. This is called Atyantika, or final annihilation, liberation. At that moment, time invisibly transforms the bodies of all created beings and all other manifestations of matter. This process of transformation causes the living entity to undergo the constant annihilation of birth and death. Those possessed of subtle vision state that all creatures, including Brahma himself, are always subject to generation and annihilation. Material life means subjugation to birth and death, or generation and annihilation. The only boat suitable for crossing the ocean of material existence, which is otherwise impossible to cross, is the boat of submissive hearing of the nectarian pastimes of Supreme Lord. My dear Parikshit, when the illusory false ego that binds the soul has been cut off with the sword of discriminating knowledge, and one has developed realization of Lord Achyuta, the Supreme Soul, This is called Atyantika, or ultimate annihilation of material existence. So this is final. This is where the soul gets liberated, goes back to the spiritual world because it has become identified with the Supreme Lord. This is the final annihilation. This is what we are aiming for. Moksha. Oh, hang on a sec. So this, I've already read that. So let's just see. In this way, the progress of time is described in terms of the four kinds of annihilation: continuous, occasional, elemental, and final. Sukadeva Goswami continued. Okay. Sukadeva Goswami continued, I have related to you these narrations of the pastimes of Lord Narayan, the creator of this world, and the ultimate reservoir of all existence, presenting them to you only in brief summary. Even Lord Brahma himself would be incapable of describing them entirely. It's a very complex process that the Lord goes through. Long ago, this essential anthology of all the Puranas was spoken by the infallible Lord Narayan Rishi to Narad, who then repeated it to Krishna Dvaipanaya Vedvyas. That great personality, Srila Vyasadeva, taught to me the same scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam, which is equal in stature to the four Vedas. Sutta Goswami, who is sitting before us, will speak this Bhagavatam to the sages assembled in the great sacrifice of Naimisharanya. This he will do when questioned by members of the assembly, headed by Shonak. So let's see if we can do one more. Just wanted to check how big it is. Okay, small. Good. The soul within the body is self-illuminous, is inseparable, is not, and it's is separate from the visible gross body and the invisible subtle body. So there are two bodies. The gross body is made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether, i.e., blood, bones, water, etc. And then there's the invisible body, which we can't see, and that's the mind, intelligence, and ego. When the body's subtle material mental covering is destroyed by transcendental knowledge, the soul within the body again exhibits its original identity. At the moment, we are covered both gross and subtle. When the body is finished, the soul is taken by the subtle body to its next body. And until we gain this transcendental knowledge, we will not be able to free ourselves of this subtle body. The gross body, it will die, but subtle body remains with us until we have got this Gyan Yoga. So it's very important to understand spiritual knowledge. Just as the temporal existence of a lamp comes about by the combination of oil, the vessel, the wick, and fire, the material body comes about by the amalgamation of the three modes of nature. The material body appears at birth and displays life for some time. As we know, we appear for some time, right? There's birth, there's a little bit of growing, then we stay a little bit, we multiply, then we decline, then we die. These are 6 transformations. That happens to everybody. Finally, the combination of material modes dissolves and the body undergoes death, a phenomenon similar to the extinguishing of a lamp. Sukadeva Goswami addresses the king, saying, you should fix yourself in meditation upon Lord Vasudeva. Thus the bite of the snake bird Takshak will not affect you. So he's advising him, this is what you're going to have to do. For you have already conquered all dangers on your path back to Godhead. Yeah. You're already liberated. You're a great soul. You should think, I am non-different from the absolute truth, the supreme abode, and that supreme truth, the supreme destination is non-different from me. Have that confidence because you are self-realized soul. You have got tattva gyan. Thus, surrendering yourself to the supreme soul who is free from all material identifications, you will not even notice the snake bird takshak when he approaches with his poison-filled fangs and bites your foot. So it's not that it will not happen. It will happen. The snake will bite you, but it doesn't matter to you. You're already with God, and God is with you. Nor will you see your dying body or the material world around you, because you have realized yourself to be separate from them. I have narrated to you the topics you inquired about, the pastimes of Lord Hari. Now, what more do you wish to hear? So Sukadev Goswami is very clear. Whatever you've asked me, I've given you the knowledge. What more do you want? Chapter 6. Wow. Going through it quick. Let's see how big this is. No, this will take time. Let's do this tomorrow. Wow, this is amazing stuff. Okay. Any questions, any comments? So we are now coming to the stage where Parikshit Maharaj is going to leave his body. Okay, if there's nothing, we can stop there. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki jai.